A day of ordinary farming turned into an amazing discovery for this Michigan man. Purchasing a piece of land usually comes with all kinds of new responsibilities in order to maintain it. Trees may need to be cut down, a fence is usually needed around the perimeter, and entire fields may even need to be dug up for crops and other outdoor projects. Digging through acres of dirt is normally a pretty mundane task, but what if there was something amazing hidden underneath all that mud and soil? Maybe an old box full of jewelry, a long-forgotten time capsule, or maybe, if you're really lucky, the remains of a giant creature who existed over 10,000 years ago. Amazingly, that's exactly what happened to one Michigan family back in 2017. Are you a treasure hunter? Do you enjoy hearing stories about amazing artifacts that are hidden deep beneath the ground? Take a moment to subscribe for more stories like this, and don't forget to leave us a like too. Now back to the story. James Brissell was born into a family of expert Michigan farmers. Their experience dated all the way back to the 1950s. So James was very well versed when it came to his signature craft. However, nothing could prepare him for what he discovered when he began digging into a newly acquired piece of land one day in order to install a natural gas line. Along with the help of his neighbor, Trent Satterthwaite, James carefully started to dig up a path for his new line underneath the ground. However, not long into their work, the men suddenly struck something very unusual that was buried deep in the soil. "We thought it was a bent fence post," James said in an interview. "It was completely covered in mud." They quickly realized that it was no ordinary post. What they actually found turned out to be a 2-foot-long rib bone. The men were stunned and immediately started to wonder what kind of giant creature the bone could possibly belong to. The Brissell family then decided to contact the nearby University of Michigan in order to report their amazing find. And the school immediately sent out Professor Dan Fisher and his team to investigate the situation. The group of paleontologists were blown away by James' discovery. Fisher later told reporters that the men had found one of the most complete sets of woolly mammoth bones ever to be found in the state. Fossilized remains of woolly mammoths and mastodons have been discovered in Michigan many times before, but none of them were quite as extensive as the bones found on the Brissell's farm. Fisher's team then uncovered the animal's skull, tusks, shoulder blades, pelvis, and numerous vertebrae that were all buried within the area. They theorized that the rest of the mammoth may have either been eaten or possibly moved to another location for storage. Fisher's team estimates that the creature probably ended up underground somewhere between 10 and 15,000 years ago. Other evidence in the area led them to believe that humans had probably weighed the animal's carcass down into a pond in order to preserve it for later use. Quite the amazing feat when you think about it. "You have a better chance of winning the lotto than doing what we just did," Trent later said. The bones are now being kept in storage near the Brissell's farm, while area scientists decide where exactly they should end up. Hopefully, they'll be put on display someday so that everyone can share in this incredible discovery. Did you enjoy this amazing story? What would you do if you discovered the remains of an ancient creature underneath your property? Leave us a like and don't forget to subscribe for more incredible stories like this.